Hi everybody, welcome back to another video. This one is on AMC, as you well know, and today I want to talk about where we are. As you can see on my screen, we have the Volkswagen short squeeze. This is something which I've brought up many times before, but that is not where we are starting this video off. What I want to focus on is what we have seen specifically today, because today we are up by about 6.23% into the after hours, which has recently just started only a few minutes ago, but yeah, we are down already by 2.26%, and to be fair, I can see more and more drops happening in after hours, most likely. But ultimately what we are seeing now is 5 days in the red for AMC. Specifically, yesterday was a real big drop and people were very anxious. Going forwards into today, we saw another drop at the start of the day, but obviously towards the end of the day we saw this pick up a bit and we saw a lot of strength coming into AMC, which is really fantastic to see. I think this is really indicative of how strong we are as a people who are following this stock. So all will be explained in this video. If you may enjoy it, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. It would be appreciated, guys. You will know we are trying to grow the channel. Again, on top of that, join us on Twitter. Link to the Twitter is down below, but you can also find it at N2S Finance, so at N2S Finance on Twitter, pretty easy to find. Join us on Patreon, it would be appreciated. Obviously you can see the levels down there, it would be massively appreciated. Join us on our website Markets Daily, which you can see down here, and I will actually upload all of these videos in basically post form on Markets Daily, so if you want to read them it will be easy to understand in that way also. And of course we do have exclusives over there, so loads of stuff over there which you may enjoy. But first we're going to move on to AMC and start off by looking at how the share price has been moving today, because I think that is the most important thing in the room at the moment. So AMC, we started off the day in a bad position, to be honest. We actually started off at about 45.25. From there, the price actually plummeted all the way down to 40. And again, there's a lot of reasons for this, but generally speaking, nobody is really selling. So I would personally believe it is shorting. And again, I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice, but that is my personal thoughts when looking at this. So the price goes down and down and down, and people are thinking, oh no, this is a terrible day. And don't get me wrong, nobody's thinking of selling, but it is still a negative day amongst the community, as people have seen the stock price drop and they've lost tens of thousands, some of people, sometimes even more than that, in a single day. And again, that is the whole idea of the tactic. We already know this, you know, they're dropping the price as low as possible to scare people out of this stock so they can hopefully start covering it, you know, at a much lower price. But obviously it hasn't really worked, and we have actually seen a lot of gains for the rest of the day. And again, that is very clear over here. I think that is the most important thing that we should understand when looking at AMC. So yeah, into after hours we've seen drops. I think it is even possible that we could see more and more drops into after hours, but I don't think it really matters. Because what we are seeing now is strength amongst the community, and the fact that yeah, they can keep this one down on the 5-day, they can keep it down on the 1 month if they really want to, but this can't go on forever. Us as a community are very strong, and this has been shown in today's action. I think going forwards it will, you know, pay testament to how strong we are against these shorts, because you know we just hold our position. They have to hold their position, but they have to pay a borrow fee, and they can't afford to do that forever. Now, I've heard a lot of people also talking about tomorrow being the big day for AMC. Whilst it could be, it definitely could. I do not think it matters. Again, people are going to say this rule or that rule coming into effect means that AMC is going to fly. Honestly, guys, I do not really pay too much attention to these rules anymore, because from what I have seen, we've seen this rule be enforced, that rule be enforced, but actually the rule can be implemented, but if it isn't properly enforced, it does not really matter, in my opinion. I hope that I am wrong, and I hope that AMC does fly tomorrow, but I don't want to get people's hopes up, and I don't want people to get their hopes up about tomorrow, because it definitely could be another ordinary day, and we've seen this in the past many a time. People saying this is going to be the day, that's going to be the day, then this is going to be the day, and shorts are going to use that against us, the bears are going to use that against us, saying, well, why has it not happened then, why has it not happened then? There is no specific date for this to happen. You know, we need to look at this one as a more long-term picture and look at where it is going. AMC, in my opinion, is a short to medium term hold, but again, it could still be a medium term hold. That could mean a couple of weeks, it could mean a couple of months. I do hope it comes much sooner than that. It's absolutely possible it could come much sooner than that, but it is also important to remember that, you know what, it could still take some time. And if you do remember that, you will be pretty fine, you'll be pretty happy with AMC stock. I think that is what we should remember. Anyway, let's have a look on the technical charts at what we are seeing for AMC. We're going to move in on the 1-day chart now and have a look at what we have seen. We can see today RSI finishing the day off at 63, not too bad, and the MACD is looking pretty decent down there as well. If we move over to here, we can see that on the 5-day we are seeing an RSI figure of 58, so ever so slightly above neutral, but yeah, we are still there when we see the RSI, and the MACD again is moving in a fairly decent manner. It is potentially indicating to a bullish trend after that rally that we have had today, but again, if you want to interpret that, you certainly can. Now the 1 month for this stock, we can see that the moving average is still sat at 34.83. So again, we are still way above the moving average. That is a 50-day moving average, by the way. But yes, we can see that the RSI is hitting 50, so very, very neutral. And the MACD is sat down there in a bearish phase at the moment. But again, it could be seen a reversal pretty soon. But overall, the MACD is pretty okay. The RSI is absolutely neutral. And again, I think now that RSI has cooled off, we definitely could see a bit of movement upwards for AMC. Because previously we've seen RSI figures up here of 65, 63 up here, 70 plus over here. So it is important to note, yes, it has cooled off. I think we could definitely be seeing some moves upwards from a technical standpoint. But one thing that I always say with AMC specifically is that this is a stock where technicals do not really matter. Because yes, they do to an extent, but overall, this is not a stock which is being held by technicals or fundamentals. People are just holding this one because they want to see a short squeeze. And in a situation like that, we haven't really seen this play out very much before. Yes, we have had the GME situation, but not really to the same level as AMC. It was not heavily shorted to the same extent. And I think right now, AMC, when this one does happen, when shorts are forced to cover, we probably are going to see some big growth. Now let's actually have a look at another stock which saw a short squeeze a very, very long time ago. And I already know that people are going to say that there are many differences between these two companies, and you know what guys, I would completely agree. We're talking about a Volkswagen back in 2008. And again, I know people are going to say, well, this is a completely different situation, but the point does still remain the same. Volkswagen was actually trading around $200 previous to the squeeze, so about $200 down there. Then we saw a slow and steady rally upwards, which took us all the way up to $400. And when we hit $400, some people were probably thinking, fantastic, yes, we've seen big gains on this stock, let's sell it and be happy with our profits. And that's completely fine, but after that, it did actually dip back down to $200. So it dipped completely back down to 200, and again, people would have been scared about that as well. But as soon as it dipped back down to 200, just a while later, it shot up to almost 1,000. So please be aware of this when looking at Volkswagen. I know it is a different situation, but this is something that can happen with short squeezes. We can see a big drop before we see shorts covering. Some people will say it's because it makes it cheaper for the shorts to cover. They get it to a price where they are more comfortable, and whilst that may be the case, I do not believe it matters. And you guys who have been here for a long time will know by now we have already seen way bigger drops than this. Just zoom out to the past 6 months and you will see that we saw a dip down here to 42, so we're pretty close to that now, but we weren't as low today. So yeah, we've seen 42 before, and I don't think people really sold too much then, as we did shoot straight back up to 60 and actually remained in the 59-60 range for a decent amount of time. So please remember that when looking at AMC. So thank you for watching through till the end, but let me tell you about our Discord. So on your screen you will be seeing the N2S Finance Discord. Obviously it is split into multiple sections. Basically at the top we have updates from me and all that kind of good stuff. If you scroll down a bit further we have the main sections where we focus on cryptos, SPACs and other hot stocks including penny stocks, even stable growth stocks as well, and we even have a special AMC GME chat. If you scroll down you can see some research and DD from the community. We also have funny memes and you can see actual contributions from members down here. And again, if you do join us, it is completely free, link is down below. But if you do want to become a Patreon, you will actually get a pink sticker which will be displayed on your name. So your name will come up in pink as mine comes up in red down here, and that will show that you are a Patreon. But other than that guys, you can join completely for free down below. You do not have to pay anything if you do not want to. Thank you for watching, see you soon.